Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
I'm Becca.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Alex.
I'm Ramsey.
And this is our Olicity Talk. You guys requested a couple times. Really wanted us to kind of sit down and talk about
Olicity.
and our feelings towards it.
Some of you guys wanted to know a little bit more because we just freshly reacted outside of the episode, and now that we've calmed down, we can actually explain why we were angry or why we were I'm
And you can understand it.
In a calm manner.
I'm not
Calmish.
gonna make any promises that this is gonna
I'm more calm than I was before, though.
Oh,
That's
absolutely,
true. Oh, yeah.
absolutely. So I know it was also said that it was the first time that I was not full-blown Olicity, and let me tell you why.
Okay.
So I love Felicity. Felicity and Oliver are absolutely adorable together. I've always been a fan of their ship. However, there's been some times where Felicity has been kind of dumb. She just kind of got a little self-absorbed, and it made it a little hard to root for it. But we pushed through it. But this time, I don't know if it's possible. Felicity had so many people tell her why Oliver did what he did, and it wasn't really his fault. Yeah, it wasn't his fault, and it wasn't really his choice, because he didn't really have much of a choice in the matter.
Yeah, because he was backed up against the wall.
Exactly. He was put in pretty much he was stuck between a rock and a hard place. And no matter what, he was gonna lose. So the fact that she still was like taken off the ring, like, you still chose not to tell me. Really? Really?
It really made me mad because I used to ship Olicity hardcore. If you look at fandom reactions when we did Arrow Season 3, we both were on the same damn ship. Anyway, like, starting when, like, Olicity was going through her rough patches, you were more acceptable to kind of being open to her, but I couldn't.
You jumped ship sooner
I
than I
jumped,
did.
I jumped ship. I'm agreeing with you, what I didn't get was why she wasn't being understanding.
Yeah.
Oh, key point. Oliver never told anyone that he had a son. She was mad because she's like, you told everyone else but me.
Yeah. He never told anybody. They found out.
Like, Malcolm found out because he's fucking Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, because it's Malcolm and he's just a douche.
Thea did her own detective work. Barry did the DNA test. So Barry was bound to know.
Yeah.
Who else knew?
Yeah.
Damon
Dark.
Damon Dark?
Damon Dark knew because Malcolm knew.
Right.
Yeah. No, he didn't explicitly tell anybody.
I was telling you that if Oliver were to tell someone, he would have told Diggle first, because Diggle's the father.
Yeah.
He's a father. So if he was going to tell anyone first that he had a son, he would have told Diggle.
Yeah. Felicity he was right there with her the whole time. After she was shot, when she was in the wheelchair, when she was, like, literally losing her mind on all of her drugs, like hallucinating and shit.
Going through her therapy with her.
Exactly. Like, he was with her the whole time. And now he's having a hard time that he needs her support, and she fucking bailed. She got up and walked out.
Okay, that doesn't happen.
I can't stand that. I can.
I was gonna bring that up. That was really funny because she like stumbled a little bit, but she like walked out like it was no problem.
Yeah,
and
like,
she had a little bit of a heel.
In heels, like
like it was no problem. She's just like it was normal. Just I'm out.
Yeah, and like even when she realized that was happening, she was like, "Oh my god," and he was like, "Oh my god." She still was like, "Oh wait, I'm supposed to be mad at you."
I know.
And like,
He's like,
really?
He's like, Felicity. She's just like, I can walk. Oh, I don't give a fuck about you still.
You know, I can walk my happy ass out of here. I don't have to roll.
On top of that, she picked impeccable time and to do that to him. Go ahead.
It was the most
go
hilarious
ahead.
thing ever. When you're just like, the fact that you leave him on top of that, and when you started clapping, I was like, I can't anymore.
Okay, he just recorded this emotional, heart-wrenching video for his son. She heard him. She saw him cry. But you want to laugh on top
She's
gonna do it to him.
Yes, I just started laughing.
Oh, he started laughing because we did the clapping.
The feels though on that one, man. That got me.
Yeah. No, but then her fucking timing. Like, you couldn't give him a fucking hour. Like, let him recover.
Give him a night to rest.
Right? You really just want to dump everything all at once?
Plus the anxiety of, like, where the fuck is William? Like, the shit that Oliver had to go through emotionally to try to find his son. And, like, she has the, Felicity pissed me off at this moment. Just think about Oliver as a parent. As a parent, if you find out your son's missing by some guy that could possibly is known to kill people, and who could possibly, William could already be dead. We don't fucking know.
And he knows that it's potentially his fault.
Yeah, and he knows.
He knows because of what he's involved in. It was found out, and he knows it's his fault.
But then for Felicity to say, I had to table my feelings through everything. Your feelings, Oliver, considering the circumstances, he held it in pretty well. He broke a few times, which is understandable, but dealing with not only trying to look for his son, but he got the mother of his child riding his ass like, what the fuck, where's my fucking son?
He's already having the anxiety of the mother of his child in the same room as the woman he cheated on with the mother of his child, and his current girl
that he wants to marry.
And knows that this is a fucked up situation.
But the consequences of not knowing, like, he should have told someone, but he couldn't. It's understandable why he couldn't.
Yes. So he's in this whole situation with all of these conflicting feelings. He's already feeling like shit, like he's stressed out. His anxiety is through the roof. Like, he knows it's his fault. He feels bad. He just had to record a video telling his son goodbye for, like, 18 years.
But heaven forbid, Felicity had to hold in her feelings.
Then picked the time, after the video, to put her goddamn ring on the table and walk her happy ass out the door.
Well, it was the last 10 minutes of the episode, so they had to fit it in there.
Right.
No, but she wasn't even walking like a baby gazelle. Like, she should have, like, wobbled a little.
I know, she wasn't wobbling.
That's entirely inaccurate. Like, I doubt being paralyzed, like, not only is she paralyzed, but if you don't walk for a long time, like, even like when my
legs get stiff.
When my foot falls asleep, it takes me a minute to walk normally. For her to be, like, in heels, by the way. Just walk all normal and just, like,
your legs get stiff.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been, like, limping on the way out. Like,
let me tell you, from breaking a bone and having it in a cast for a while and not using it, it gets a little noodly. Her legs are not gonna work that well.
And I know, despite, like, I doubt that she had more than one, like, therapy session. Like, she had that one, but then obviously with everyone trying to find William's son, I doubt she's like, oh, by the way, we still gotta go to my therapy. No, bitch, I'm gonna find my son!
That was in the process of her tabling her feelings.
Oh, yes. I think my favorite part was when she was like, well, once again, you have left me out of the decision, and you're just fucking straight
Oh my god!
That wasn't your decision to make!
Yes! She's like, once again, you have left me out of this decision. When he is related to you, you can have a say. Until then, shut the hell up.
Okay, and then even if Felicity did have a say-so, what would be the point? Samantha wouldn't allow it, especially after everything that William got put through. I doubt Samantha would say, because, like, what was Felicity gonna say? Like, if she had a say-so, what would she say? That she wants William in the life? Samantha would allow that.
Right.
And then what would be the point if Felicity said, if her say was, no, I agree with you, Oliver, we should send him away to make this video, let's go for it. What would be the point of her having a say?
Right, there's everything would happen.
Well, I think Felicity's still even being butthurt because Felicity told him, like, you need a relationship with your son, like, you should be in his life. And Diggle was like, you have to do everything at all costs to protect your child. And Felicity was all butthurt that he didn't take her advice because her advice was coming from a very childish place. Like, her whole logic behind her entire opinion was, my dad left me when I was a kid, and I really would have loved to know who my dad was.
No, Felicity's dad's a dick!
Yeah, that's that too.
I can speak from personal experience. You don't, well, okay, fine, we're not going there. But, sorry.
Yeah.
Too real.
Too real.
Sorry.
Too close to home.
I'm coming now.
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
Get back to clapping.
Like, she even proved to herself, like, she didn't want a relationship with her dad.
Yeah,
she was a child.
She said that. She even said, like, I'm glad my dad wasn't in my life. He's not who I thought he was. Like, I always wondered. Like, I had all of these problems that my dad wasn't in my life. However, you got to live your life. You got to live your life your way. You got to go through your little phases. You had your time when you were, like, goth and rebellious, and then you got all preppy and blonde.
Plus, your mom was very supportive of you, too. You hated her.
Right?
Spoiled brat. Sorry. Sorry.
Wow.
If your mom is working, like, all the night shifts, working so hard just to send you off to fucking computer camp or wherever the fuck you decided to go, you should be fucking grateful.
I mean, the thing is, is like where she was coming from with her dad. Like she already proved to herself that she didn't want a relationship with her father. So she came from a very childish place, saying that Oliver should still push to have a relationship with his child. Yes, he can push, but if his pushing is going to put William in danger again with like Damien Dark, then there's no point in pushing because it's just going to put him in danger. So why push to have a relationship if you're going to, potentially endanger the child's life?
Well, yeah, exactly.
That's not apparent.
Yeah, Oliver's always going to have a weak spot at that point because
Exactly.
it's always going to be somebody that's...
And he pushes to have a very solid relationship with William, then he's going to have to openly announce, yes, this is my son. And that puts William in the limelight, and it puts him in a very vulnerable spot. And it puts Oliver in a vulnerable spot. And plus, Samantha would never even let that happen.
Oh, no.
I just realized why I jumped ship from Olicity.
Why?
I used to ship it hardcore because season 1 and season 2, at least, Felicity understood Oliver. When Oliver had to lie, when Oliver had to go through all this shit, she was there supporting him, being there for him. That's why I shipped Olicity. That's why I like those two together, because she was there for him. And now I'm realizing, like, talking about this, why I stopped, because she stopped doing that.
She did. She turned and started making things about her.
Yeah.
And
When, especially in situations like this, you can't do that. You gotta think about your partner.
Yeah.
Especially if that's someone you want to marry. That's why I liked Olicity when I was freaking out about it in the beginning of season 3. And it's like, oh my gosh, they're finally happening. They're finally together because I love the relationship because she listened to him. She was there for him and she was considering his feelings in everything he was doing. When he had to lie to Laurel, when he had to lie to Lance, when he had to lie to Thea, when he had to lie to fucking Roy, when he had to lie to his mom.
Roy.
Everybody.
and see now, Felicity's also pulling up like stuff from the past
Oh.
all the time too. She's
Worse
just
yet.
throwing it back in his face, the stuff that she was understanding. Now she's gonna be like, well, you've always been this way. Like, you always had to lie. Like, why can't you ever tell
One
anybody
time
the
because
truth?
he had to go up against Ra's al Ghul and he was literally going to kill everyone. I said this before. If you had a better way for Oliver to defeat Ra's al Ghul, please say so.
Yeah.
Please
Speak
say
up,
so.
please.
Please say so. Because he was literally backed up against a wall. And it wasn't just Felicity mad at him. It was Diggle. But Diggle got
Fucking-
over that
Yeah,
shit.
Diggle
Oh.
got over it, and now Diggle has left it alone. Diggle has moved on with his life. Felicity still brings it up. To sum this up, for the most part, otherwise we'll just keep ranting all night. The thing that really bugged us, I think I could say probably as a group, with Felicity, is that she made it about her and she stopped even trying to be understanding.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was it. Like, Oliver was with her through everything. He was
And he
by
was
her
understanding
side.
for her.
Yeah. When she was in a dark spot because she was depressed that she didn't have her legs, which is understandable.
Oh, yes.
He understood and he was right there with her. When she was hallucinating from the drugs she was taking, he was right there with her. He didn't judge her. He was like, okay, like, I understand, let's, try and take care of this. Through her therapy, through her, her having the chip inserted in her spine, through everything. He was right there. And the one time that, I'll give it to Felicity, like, it was a big thing,
Yeah.
but she didn't even try to be understanding.
Yeah.
Like, her feelings were hurt, she got all but hurt, and that's all that mattered to her. She couldn't see past her own feelings, and then she just called it quits.
No offense, but why was Laurel the one that was more understanding about Samantha losing her son? Felicity's like making crude remarks the entire time when she was working with Samantha. It's like, dude, bitch, the chick just lost her son. Cut her some slack.
Yeah.
I get that Samantha was being unreasonable for a majority part of every time I've ever seen her on
And we can get back to that. Like, when she has her son back, we can go back to her calling her an unreasonable bitch and just all sorts of things. Felicity can go back to the snide comments and being sarcastic. That's fine. Let's get the child back first.
Then you can be as much of the bitches that you want.
Yeah. So ultimately, Felicity stopped even attempting to understand. To understand
Anything.
Samantha's situation, to understand Oliver's situation, to really step out of her own bubble.
Of everything that's going on.
Yeah. So that's our feelings about Olicity.
Okay.
So if you guys have any comments, any questions,
Please kindly write them.
yes,
That'd
feel
be
free
nice.
to comment below. Let us know what you think as kindly as possible. But yeah, if you feel like we missed something or you have another point, please feel free to share.
But
Let
put
us
it in
know.
nice words.
And be nice to people in the comments.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's just all get along.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? That's all I know from that damn song.
Isn't that all anybody knows from this?
Yeah.
Okay. Why can't we be friends?
Anyway, yeah. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Woo! Alright, see you guys later.